Cool, what's up guys? Welcome to Friends and Allies. My name's Wes. I'm the head setter for the national event of the bouldering, and we're going to take a little walk through, meet some of the setters. So we've got quite a cool setup here. It's our first kind of major comp we're going to be hosting in this space. The space was designed to host competitions. We've got this whole space behind us here that is all going to be isolation for the athletes. They have a spray wall, moon board, slab, campus board, and a full gym section to warm up, as well as a good chill area. And then we kind of go through here into the main comp. This is a classic behind the scenes of the chaos that happens during a general set or a commercial set or I guess competition set. In total, we've got 15 boulders across the age groups. We're starting with the senior males at the moment. They've got 6 boulders, and then we're going to go on to the females and then on to the juniors. There are some boulders that are going to be overlapped. We don't have the biggest space. But yeah, these boulders on their own are starting to look really good. So yeah, let's go through some of our setters, see who we got and why they are here. So from Rock Valley Climbing in Pretoria, Centurion, we have Tian, owner of Rock Valley Climbing. Old school setter, been here a long time, loves setting coordination, so with that we've given him a coordination board set for the males. Sitting to the right of him we've got Zoe Baker, all the way from Cape Town from block 11. Really strong female setter and really psyched to have on the team and come all the way from Cape Town. Just next to her we got Damien. He's no stranger to the comp setting team and an athlete himself. But we're psyched to have him on the setting team this round. He set many times with us at Friends and Allies in past events and competed in many Friends and Allies events. Really good technical climber, really strong, really humble. So yeah, really psyched to have him on the team. In the Cave of Wonders setting at the moment, we have our man Almar, no stranger to the comp scene. Setting a hard technical boulder for the men. Works with City Rock Victoria. Very psyched to have him on the team here. Has set with us many times, set many comps with us. And then setting in the main cave, we call it Zone 17. We've got Jordan from KZN, huge influential setter in KZN and really driving the setting scene there. We've set national with him in KZN before, and this is his first time setting up in Joburg at Friends and Allies in our new space. We're really excited to have him there. Just to the left of him, we've got Michelle Albertine, living in Joburg, set a lot in Cape Town for block 11 and has been setting with us. And she is going to be signing off all the boulders this competition, so there's a bit of pressure on her. That's kind of it from the setting team. We've got a few other youngsters around, some up-and-coming setters. In this group particularly, we have Ange, we have Stefan, we have Kyron, and we have Willem. They are here to learn, to get experience, to help the setters, and ideally coming up into the next nationals, they're going to be part of the team in a more professional manner.
I'm setting men's power, meant to be the hardest boulder in the comp, so my main thinking is just giving them some mad freaking coordinated moves as well as just a little bit of electric like thrown in there. And yeah man, like a mad stomp just a little bit lower down just to change the pace up a little bit, but mainly just keeping the intensity really high throughout the whole boulder. Okay, boom. That's the name of this one here. That's the name of this one.
Looking good, dude.
Typical paddle, we're doing one big move into catch. It's not good enough to hold, so you have to continue through the movements. The next movement, I don't want to just be a standard catch and then sink back into it. I've now added another hold such that you can catch and catch the left hand, so you get into a compression instead of just
casual inserts. Yeah.
The in hold.
How are you feeling about it?
I feel like it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm adding a volume to make it a little bit more catchable because originally it was a little bit too ambitious. So now I'm feeling pretty good, I think.
Oh, yeah.
That's the plan.
Thoughts so far? It's fucking sick, very exciting. I'm setting for mains. It's a main techie boulder. Some feet first thing, pretty much. It's like a weird start into some oddity, which is I think
Oddity is a good way to describe.
Yeah, I think instead of like feet first. Ideally, I've been measuring with like my forearm, knee bar in there. Yeah, beyond that, it's just how long your foot is.
Yeah.
So I think everyone will train there. And some weird clock stuff with knee bars in, and then
Feet first.
Top.
Feet first out of this.
Like knee bar, feet first.
Yeah.
Then turn on the knee bar. Out around the corner.
By Moy. How are you doing?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm doing great, thank you.
What are you up to in the corner over here?
I'm setting the ladies, the senior ladies tech boulder. And my idea is that there's going to be as little pulling as possible. So it's lots of pressing, lots of trying to turn into things, moving your body around.
You got some nice
Brand new
unleashed climbing. Vibes over here.
Yeah.
First time on the wall.
First time on the wall.
We do love that.
We do love it. It's very
We love
exciting.
that. All right, here we are, the slab or our deck slab, the vert. From a senior perspective, the most overlap.
Most over that.
Crazy thing to set.
Like women's last, men's first. Yeah, some weird standy stuff at the start, and then some weird stand-up stuff at the fifth.
Some weird leaning over stuff, and then some weird foot matchy stuff, and then
Half to the end.
So kind of not too reachy, not too powerful.
Not too reach,
Yeah.
not too powerful.
Technical.
Yeah, take.
Everyone has to do that foot swap. Everyone has to
Yeah, everybody
rock
has to do
over.
that in, everybody has to
That's-
trust the foot.
Everyone has to put their heel by their hand.
Kind of done by making a lot of it no hands.
Yeah.
We eliminate the fact that people can reach through something, people can pull through something. Everything is completely focused on the balance in the lower part of the body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now, last time you guys set a slab in a competition here, both of them got broken.
I have to bring that up. Yeah,
There's-
I don't know if there is a way to break it because
Also, there's a lot less weaving. Like both of our boulders last time had some weaving. You
And
try and have fun. You try and make the boulder long.
Yeah.
Then people like the weave gets broken. You go up beyond the weave. Now there's
down
no.
here, it's such a clean line.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, there's no weaving. But
If I walked out on the map and I looked up at that, I'd be pretty nervous and pretty psyched all at the same time.
sick.
Setting male coordination. The main thing here is to make them move in a coordinated fashion, make sure that you can't do it slowly, and just make sure that if you make one person jump, make everybody jump.
There's a lot of fresh energy here. I think it's the first time for a lot of people setting here, first time the comp's here.
Yeah, lekker vibe here. Also, a good team of setters from around the country.
Yeah.
It's lekker to have a diverse team that works together. Yeah, it's always
Yeah, it's not often we get to work in such a team.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but
Yeah.
hope this is the start of many more of these
Absolutely. And having
maybe exchanges.
some junior setters around there as well, so we can start building on the younger generation to also start setting some
Yeah.
sick blocks.
Yo, you're getting old now, eh? You're not going to be around setting forever.
Yeah.
Mochi, tell me, dude, how's the set going?
Are you headsetter, Mochi? You are headsetter. Currently, I'm a little bit stressed that I'm over the 12 hold limit. I'm thinking that with some edits, it's on 15 now.
Just take some of those feet out, it should be alright.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how we roll.
How do you feel about this 12 hold limit?
I think that it's a little bit ridiculous considering that the thing I like to set the most in the world is power climbs.
With lots of holds.
Long journey power climbs. So,
You love that.
but it's gonna be fun. It's the mid-range men's bowler, and the idea is to not make them just like be wide all the time. The idea is to make them wrestle narrow.
Okay.
Just want to make sure the start kind of like it's a weird thing to set a toe hook that high and like tension onto that first start hold. I don't want it to be awkward where you're like kind of wrapping it. I want it to be like quite nicely tensioned. And I think it'll be nice to get it forerun once I know that position kind of works.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna make the long boys suffer. 12 hold limit is weird. It's like ideally I'd block the toe hook hold around the corner so you can't heel the top of it.
Yeah, look, I think the 12 volt thing is restricting. but it makes boulders not too long.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, so with any boulders, there's various challenges. You've got your wall, you've got your hold selection. You can then obviously put your volumes and your holds on the wall. We've got an idea of a route that we want. So here Damien wants to do a paddle through. So with that comes a lot of testing, a lot of trying, seeing if it works, a lot of changing to make that idea that you have and make it a reality on the wall. There's restraints by the wall and restraints by the holds, and we try to get it as close to what we want it to be as possible, as well as we want it to be in such a way that it can't be done in a different way. So they have to do it in a certain way, and they have to be able to do the coordination to do the boulder. We don't want them to be able to stop and campus through or do whatever without doing the certain movement that we actually want. Christoph came in to help us forerun. The criticism, the tweaking, the forerunning process, coming in with fresh eyes, like what are some of the problems you've seen and what is like, where have you been able to help people?
Okay, so first thing I've seen, I walk into a gym probably with the sickest holds I've seen in South Africa, and I think what's happened is everyone's got really psyched on these really sick holds, and I think the trend is to overcook it a little bit, setting the dream moves, those moves they dream about at night, and it's gotten a little bit hard, but slowly we're working through it, getting it to where it should be. But there's a lot of work to be done.
I think we're at a good balance now where the moves are maintaining the essence, but it's a lot easier. It wasn't the original difficulty. Now we've brought the difficulty down without sacrificing the movements. There's a lot of back and forward, obviously trying to cater for the people that we have to set for. Like obviously the boulder can be great and perfect, but if the top athletes can't do the move that we can at least conceptualize due to height or strength or length or whatever the problem might be, there's a lot of back and forward between, okay, this is easy enough for most people to do, but there's this one person who's freakishly tall and they're just going to walk over. Especially the younger age groups, because you've got the under 13s, some of them are growing and some of them have not grown at all. So you've got an under 13 who's taller than me, and an under 13 who's really not there yet.
Under 10, 11, 12, 13 that are all different stage of puberty and different heights and different strengths. And then our next category is 16 to open, which is cool, but arguably harder because little Jimmy, who's under 16, now needs to climb the same thing as the strongest guy in the country.
Exactly.
And we need to split everyone evenly, and we don't want the strong guy to walk up everything, and we don't want little Jimmy to not get off the ground.
Yeah.
I think some of the movements did go as anticipated. And then some of the movements, just from a pure body build perspective, if you're a little bit taller, your hips are already a bit higher. So making sure that that movement is possible for everybody of different lengths as well. And it's often just a case of moving a foot around here or there just to make sure that that movement is possible.
And it's been, I think, very helpful having some female forerunners and some shorter forerunners.
Yeah, it's always amazing to have a diverse group of people that try it. Obviously, if you want to not just have super lanky males just try everything, because it is, as much as you try to be short, it's sometimes still very hard to see what other people will feel when they're on that boulder.
100%. How do you manage people's criticisms of your boulder?
The tweak is usually better than the original version.
Yeah.
More often than not.
Yeah.
Definitely depends who tells you, and everybody here, if they tell you something, can be like, okay, valid. What you're saying is definitely valid and it's coming from somewhere with experience. So if you see something, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna make that tweak because it'll just make the boulder better.
Yeah.
So it's actually like, okay, everybody's helping me make my boulder better.
Yeah.
So you just feel like, okay, it's like an awesome collaborative effort.
For sure.
And it just feels like it's a team set and not just your own, like, oh, this is my boulder.
Yeah.
I think the trickiest thing is just trying to make the thing be more accessible for a broader range of age groups. So you think, okay, shoot, how do you end up doing that? Do you end up making specific parts of the boulder easier and then other parts harder? So that's kind of what we started like focusing on. We said, okay, cool, we'll end up doing the starts a little bit easier so that you can get people onto the boulder problem. You can get people flying. People start getting psyched already.
Look, you learn a lot by not getting off the ground.
Exactly.
But
personally,
also
I think it's cool to watch guys jump on, manage to pull off the first move at least, and then get onto that boulder and start fighting. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I mean, that's also been like trying to mission around with that.
There is some benefit to be said that like someone who's under 16 is climbing with someone they've watched climb at a high level for a long time and in the same comp climbing the same things.
I think there's a crazy psychological effect there because it's like that cat can be like, yo man, look at this. That is actually trying this. And look, I'm like, one of the things that one of my kids had said initially was that he was like, it's so mad that they kept the slab the same at Nationals last year because he had managed to almost top the slab, like first go. But there were older guys that were doing that same slab.
The exact same thing.
And it was like for him, that confidence boost has honestly like actually like upward trajected like all of his training.
Alright,
like,
that's cool.
Like,
It's like a really weird, like proper Rick scale moment. I know the boulder is intense, right? It's high on that intensity scale. It's kind of complex. The concern is that most people in the gym knew the beta when they got to try it. A few people flashed about it in beta. And like, who's going to read what? Like, where's the intuition in this?
For sure. What are some of the concerns with people knowing all the beta though?
I think the concerns are that you end up like not running on the intuition that a comp climber would be running on at the moment. I mean, I set 2 power boulders today, so definitely setting within style, which is fun. No, it's been fun though. It's been really, really collaborative and playful. Like, just come and go and help with boulders, and then you go somewhere in a very good vibe.
She's doing and not doing things. What are we looking for? What are we trying to understand? Like, what is the benefit of Saskia trying this thing now?
I mean, she's fresh, right? So like, I'm watching how she's reading things, and I'm like factoring in like how I know her as a climber, and then how she's interacting with the route in general, and like factoring in mistakes that she's making versus whether the other general set of climbers would be making the same mistakes. Like if she's repeatedly being pushed into a beta that isn't going to work, then you know that something is missing. What's interesting is that it's easier when you're setting at a home gym. Difference between sometimes I'll trust someone based on what they say about a boulder, and sometimes I won't trust them.
Less,
and I'll have to watch them. Like sometimes you want to see what someone's doing. Sometimes you're like, oh, okay, cool, I can.
Often someone can come up with a moment like, oh, that's not too bad, but you saw them gritting their teeth and like
they're just
fighting for their life.
Yeah. And also being totally okay when the thing that you're doing is not working, and being okay with people criticizing it and changing it. Like to not panic when you're like, okay, cool. This is clearly not working for this person, and it's probably going to be a general experience because I want 3 tops out of this boulder, and it's my piece of art that I put my tiny little ego and time into, and I need to change it, and like listen to what people are saying.
We have a really nice team, which is super nice. Everyone's really like supportive and accommodating, and everyone wants the best product available. It is a little bit of, there's like a bit of mental gymnastics going on at the moment because we're having to cover such a huge range. It's quite something. So I've been put in charge of ticking things off and having the final say on the boulders, which is terrifying, but fine. The mark of an experienced setter is a setter who's able to collaborate and make the changes that they need to make if someone suggests it. And we have quite a good team like that. So I haven't felt that people have been too attached to their movements. I think people are attached to keeping this, like the style. There's always this anxiety before. Is it too hard? Is it too easy? Who will be able to do it? Who won't be able to do it? We just have to keep going until it's good.
You find the productivity has gone down?
It always goes down though. That's how it always
Right.
is. I think it's just the nature of the game.
Fair
I think
enough.
setting for a national competition is really fucking hard. And it's in all the competitions I've ever set for, it always goes this way.
Yeah. Would you say it's going badly?
No,
Yeah, I don't think so.
no, I think it's going really well. The boulders are beautiful.
Decide to go for the run. It's the fire. It's the fire.
You say, give us something to say. Bananas.
Bazinga! Okay. 1, 2, 3. Bazinga!